Hello and thanks for tuning in. Today's follow-up video, my last video, flying cars. I'll show you today how we're gonna be able to hover a picker-up truck just about anywhere you want on the map. If you didn't know, we're right here on top of the Mass Fusion building, right on top of the suite. So here we go. We'll be starting off from just south of Easy City Downs. First thing that's mostly important here is the gun position. You want it completely flat, pressed up against the whole roof. You want the gun handle up to catch the roof to push forward. Nice and easy. I ended up using a small bayonet on the pipe pistol, which gave it more length. I've tried everything else, well, not everything, some other guns. I tried using a mannequin. This seems to work the best. And the picker-up truck, this is the only one I can do this with. Basically, where I'm picking it up is the center of gravity for this truck. So lifting it up here is pretty level and easy to do. This is the only vehicle I could hook in the back. Right here, I just had a little trouble. Everybody's been having trouble with, but when you get a little shaky, just back off a little bit. That wasn't a good one. It gets a little rougher up here. A friend of mine, Keith Savage, has been working on this ever since. And he did a maiden flight video, which really you should watch first, because everybody says I make this look easy. But his video shows how it really is when you first start. A really great first flight, that's for sure, and mentions a few good points there too. So it's worth watching. Helpful. I'll put that link in the description box below. If you think this is helpful and fun, please like and share. Plus, I got some comments from Insane Sheklador. Mentioned about traveling with items in the back of the bed. Putting things in here, everything rolled to the back and then tipped the front up or the back down. And everything fell out and the truck went down. So, but I think you could, if you only hovered 5-6 feet off the ground, and anything got weird, you'd be able to set back down real quick and keep moving on. I'll leave a link to Insane Sheklador's channel down in the description box. Sure, this could be used for some fun things. You can also use it so you can have cars on Spectacle Island, or as a comment left by ALTE, you can use this to farm steel and also clean up the Commonwealth at the same time. Excellent point there. Thank you. I want to thank Barbarian King for giving this thing a name, the Hovermobile. Thank you, Barbarian. I'll leave a link for Barbarian's channel in the description box too. Check out newest settlement tour. Everything I'm doing here is pretty much nice and easy. Moving forward, nice and easy, not too fast. Going up, nice and easy, not too steep. And the same thing with going down. You want to turn nice and easy, slowly. You want to do a big loop. Doesn't have to be a huge loop, but you can't do sharp turns. Again, the position of the gun when you pick it up is important. Keep it nice and level as you possibly can. And when you put the gun up under the roof, I try to grab the gun really close to me so that I'm standing as close to that back window as I can. The closer I am, the less the back end tilts down. So you can have a view like this and see a lot more. You can see you're still moving. As you see right here, something's going on. What I did was just back off. I stopped pushing forward. I kept lifting. I let down on the lifting just a little bit to maintain this height. And also when I first stopped, I also kind of pulled back, did a reverse, just a couple feet. Then usually, sometimes too, the truck will be swinging left to right when you first stop or something. If it does, just chill out and just stand there until it stops. If it's still swinging, wait till it swings back down to this position and then give a little push forward, and it should stop swinging quite a bit, and you should be able to slowly push on and keep going. If you're totally stuck and you can't move anywhere, try to lift up, and as you lift up you might feel the truck pop loose like it was stuck. That'll make it shake too, and just wait for it to stop shaking. And if you're still having trouble going forward, then try to turn the truck to the left or the right a little bit, nice and slow, and then kind of turn it back to the direction you were trying to go. I probably didn't need this much room to get from Easy City Downs to here, but it was good because it was nice and slow moving forward and nice and slow gradually moving up to the height that you want to be. Now here I am, just a little bit too high, higher than I wanted to be. Right here I'll show you how to descend. How do you descend? Start by pulling back, so you start lowering down, but you want to do it a little bit at a time, just like this. Move forward now. Now I'm going to try and drop it down a little bit more. It's good to see the curve of the ship and that I'm going down and kind of that curve. You do that anywhere. It's better to come in to where you want to land at just the right height. But as you can see, it's hard to see where I'm going. I made it here so many times. It took quite a few tries to get here, and then I got here a few times and kept setting it down on the railing the wrong way, and the truck would just flip right off the edge. So this time I made sure I was going far enough I could see something. Of course I thought it was flat, but I was on the railing. At least this time it was on the right side of the railing. And we'll call it a crash landing. I ended up straightening the truck out here and was able to take off and go up on top. Now again, position of the gun is very important. Usually squatting down right here, going as close as I can. Right here. Remember, you slide it under, push it forward until it hits the handle. Just making sure the angle's right there. So push it in, flat, up against the handle. You can either push forward and lift, or you can lift and push forward, but just do it nice and easy. I'll speed this up here in a second. I wanted to keep this video as short as possible, but there's a lot of information, and I kept this section in for one, to show you could land someplace, take a picture, and that you could take back off. You're not stuck there, you can continue on. But this clip, when I get to a certain section, as soon as I get out of here and go up, I get stuck. I get stuck pretty good, and I'll explain everything that I'm doing to get out of that. I think a good place to start if you try is somewhere clear and open, right in front of Wicked Shipping. There's a truck there. I ended up turning that around facing east, and it was a nice little gradual push forward and going up. Only kind of cruised around one part of the video 5 feet off the ground, and then in front of Wicked I did probably about 20 feet off the ground. And you can see that I turned slowly, went slow. You can hover down to the ground, you can hover really high too. I'll show that in the end. You'll see here everything's nice and easy, not too fast, not too slow. When you're closer to the ground, I would push a little faster. That way if you screw up, you can just drop back down, pick it up, turn nice and easy, and walk forward nice and easy. Something's happening, and don't let it be discouraging. Just keep trying. Here, I think this is the main reason why there's trouble at certain spots. The gun, when you're pushing a car on the ground, sometimes the car will get stuck. So then you gotta sit there, take the pipe pistol and throw it at the truck, and then it moves again, then you keep going. Here the gun's getting stuck. See it just wiggle because the gun was stuck. And you just have to wait for it to unstick sometimes. Just do nothing. If you think it's stuck, try to wiggle the gun left and right. If it doesn't move, then just stand still until it jumps back like it just did there. So now that I got stuck, I'm having a little trouble. Like I said, I can't go forward, so now I'm going to reverse a little bit. Try a little bit more. You can see I'm moving backwards. Plus now the truck is a little more level. So I'm going to try forward again. Pushing lightly. See, it just got stuck again and just boom. Now I'm through. Didn't do anything but really just sit there and wait until the pipe pistol went back to where it was supposed to be instead of being stuck. Here, I'll speed it up here now. So I wanted to get to the top, so I took a long route. Climbing up, go across, barely climbing when I'm turning. As you see, I got to the right height. Problem with landing up here is this big rib, and I couldn't take off from here because I couldn't get the truck flat to start off to go. You need the truck flat to take off and do things. You might be able to get it crooked, but up here it didn't go well. I totally thought for sure right here it was done and over with. Now I'm going to go show you the last little bit of getting to mass fusion. Now I've showed you a lot of crappy landings, and I've done some really good landings now since. It gets better in time. This run to mass fusion, I did it in one run. Went really great. There were some flaws, not as bad as, see, there's a little something going here, but just keep pushing a little bit. If the front end starts coming up, then back up. If it's staying down, keep pushing. The problem here, I came in too high, as you've seen in the thumbnail of where I was aiming for, but it was too high, and I tried to descend too fast, and see, it just slipped off. But it stayed, and I was able to flip it back over and take off and then swing around the back of the building to land the truck there for the thumbnail picture. Insane Sheklador also asked, how high can you go? Well, I'll show you how high I can go with this tire trick. And I feel that that's probably the same as how high you could probably go with the truck. You can't go up this fast. I sped it up a lot faster to get to the top here. And if you didn't know, to grab the pipe pistol, you have to press and hold X for a second until the gun pops up, and then you have it, and then you can use it. And that's X on a PlayStation controller. And then let go of X after the pistol pops up. So here I'll be reaching the top here soon. And then after this, I'll show you one more thing. You can steer when you're falling. So this is the way I've been kind of screwing around lately, pushing the trucks around. For some reason, I was messing around and I was squatting in the truck, and then I ended up turning. And when the gun was in the window, I stood up and the truck popped up in the air, and this is how we got here. Sometimes too, if you notice that you're getting shorter, it's possibly because you morphed into the truck. And if I'll show you that. And if you are on the ground, all you got to do is jump and you're back on top. In the air, you're kind of stuck in it. So, see, I'm stuck in it right there. I hope this is fun and useful for you. And if you have any questions, please leave it down in the comments. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. And until the next time, have fun. Take care.